Hey, what's up everybody? Digi Bro here. Check it out. I'm playing Resident Evil 4. So right now, Victor is out of town. He went with Hope for like a 6-day trip to Georgia. For Oh, they're telling me to go the other way. Okay. And so we didn't have any more Digi Bros recorded. We had like up through episode 18 of Phantasy Star Online, so the one that's coming out probably the same day as this video. And I thought, what if I tried to play a game by myself and talk over it to fill in the gaps for the few days that we don't have any Digibros? If this turns out to be really, really awful, then, well, there was no alternative other than Digibros going down for a few days. Maybe some people would have preferred that, so that they, you know, like I get this. I get the sense there's probably some people who would just watch all the Digibros videos because they're there, you know, and they'll probably be like, "Why'd you make me have to sit through this?" All right, how do I get my gun out? I clearly have a gun. I hope it's not the bumper button that's broken on my controller. Well, we'll find out in a minute. How the hell do I get my gun out? Ooh. Spoopy time. So this is Resident Evil 4. I put up a poll on Twitter.
Sir?
I said I should spend my day doing which one? Playing video games or watching Sailor Moon? And the vote went playing video games. So I looked at Steam, and they were having a sale on horror games because of Halloween. So I bought Resident Evil 1, which I've never played before, and Resident Evil 4, which I've played a couple times, I think. It's one of my favorite games, because it's from the only genre that I'm actually any way decent at, which is over-the-shoulder shooters. Not to say that I'm great at this game. You are probably going to criticize my ammo conservation skills. But whatever, man. It's all good. I'm starting to think that to draw my gun, I have to... Oh, okay, it's the R button. I was thinking R would be shoot, which is why I didn't... This is one of the earlier over-the-shoulder shooters, so the control scheme was not quite set in stone the way it is these days. Reminds me of a... there's an excellent Super Bunny Hop video. Oh, shit, I didn't see that guy at all. Where he talks about how controls have become very standardized in modern games. How, like, every game just kind of goes for the same basic control scheme. And, this game was sort of like in a nexus between before that became the case and afterwards. Because this game sort of helped to set the standard. It was one of the first over-the-shoulder shooters. But it still has tank controls. Like, well... yeah, I still move based on, like, if I hold backwards, I crawl backwards. So it still controls like an old Resident Evil game, just the camera's in a different position. But this is the camera position that would get copied in other third-person shooters like Gears of War, and sort of become a standard. Then we'd get the weapon wheels would become a standard around that game, where you use the bottom 4 directional buttons as a weapon wheel. Just a lot of shit. But this is before they had the double zoom, because in modern games you would hold L to get out your gun and then press a button to zoom to see like closer, and then use R1 to shoot. Whereas in this game, R1 holds your gun out, L1 holds your knife out. Melee these days would be relegated to some other button on its own. I think it's fascinating to see, because like I've totally gotten used to those standard controls, and I never really thought about the fact that it wasn't always like that, and that there are weaknesses to making it like that. Because on the one hand, those controls are now like what we think of when we think polished game. Like you think these very sensible, convenient, easy to use controls that make sense for like every game of the style that is the modern AAA game. And yet at the same time, it used to be that a mainstream game didn't have to mean it had the same control scheme as every other mainstream game. Like, you know, Resident Evil controls differently from Metal Gear Solid, which controls differently from Zelda, which controls differently X, Y, you know, goes on from there. But now Resident Evil games and Metal Gear Solid games have the same control scheme. You play MGS5 and Resident Evil 6, and they're pretty similar. Oh yeah, I'm gonna help this wolf, this doggy, whatever he is. He's gonna come back to pay it forward later. What a cool bro. So anyway, yeah, I played this game on the GameCube, which is what it was originally for, and it almost like for a lot of people this game redeemed the GameCube because the GameCube had always been seen as like the non-hardcore console because it was it's funny, the GameCube had, from what I understand, and don't like quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure the GameCube had better technical specs than the PS2. But it had these tiny discs that like had less capacity for shit. Oh shit, I forgot about reloading. I forgot about the concept of reloading, and I forgot what button is fire. I obviously haven't played this in a few years. And my aim is garbage. But yeah, the GameCube had great technical specs. It could do amazing graphics. If you look at Metroid Prime, it's one of the best looking games of the era. But it was hard to develop for because it was such a weird console. Nintendo was very not developer friendly for like a good 10 years between the N64 and the GameCube. No, I should say they still aren't developer friendly because they keep making consoles with weird gimmicks like the Wii and the Wii U that no one wants to make games for. But I think the Wii ended up having a lot of games because it had lower because of its graphical limitations, it had a lot of like more cheaply made and unique games than the PS3 did. The 360 had a decent amount of those too, but it always seemed like the Wii was where people published a lot of the shovelware and stuff. This is pretty grody and grisly. Guess there's no sex discrimination here. Better find her fast. This is fucking retarded. Whoa. Postero loco. Oh shit. Ugh. I fucking love all the Spanish in this game. Very memorable. Alright. I hope I get more bullets, because I am so just shit at aim. I don't think those guys are going to attack me yet. I think they're going to, like, warn the village that I'm coming. Or something like that. Anyway, this game came out towards the end of the GameCube's life, and whoa! Fuck off, buddy. Oh. Once again, forgot what button was fire. And after a decade of people going, well, not a decade, after 5 years of people being like, oh, the GameCube's like the weaker console for like actual games, it doesn't have any cool hardcore AAA games, this game came out and many people considered it to be the best of the console generation. It got straight like 10 reviews, 10 out of 10 reviews. It was very highly regarded by everyone. It brought Resident Evil into a new decade, only for the next two games to be kind of lackluster and not live up to it. Oh, it's like teaching me everything. Okay, well, I figured most of that out intuitively. I think it's a cool fucking game. I really like it. It's got really comfortable controls that feel really good to play. It's got a cool setting. And so many memorable I like even just the fact that the villagers, the like zombie infected dudes, scream like random Spanish phrases at you. Something about that is so memorable and fun, and adds an extra layer to this game. All right, so this is one of the best firefights in this game. It's a little bit of a vertical slice of what this game's about. because it puts you in like a pretty big open environment where you can approach from a lot of different directions. I can go inside all these houses. I can pick these people off in whatever order I want. I can try to sneak around, try to let as few of them find me as possible. Unfortunately, that guy seems to have alerted the whole fucking village to my presence. But there's a shitload of enemies I'm going to have to fight here. Now, of course, there's always the method that I probably did when I was younger of... Oh, shit, this bitch got right up on me. I think not. Of bottlenecking everybody to the back of the room where I came from. Shit. I need to pay more attention to my surroundings. Stay the fuck away from me. Alright, let's get... Is anybody over here? When the hell did I shoot this guy? Yes, I want the chicken egg. This is probably a laughable performance. No! Oh, you son of a bitch! Yeah, kicked him. Alright, so this is the part where I start concentrating on the game and my dialogue gets more, oh shit. Well, I should have known that if I did try to go backwards and bottleneck everybody, they'd be coming from the other direction. I clearly forgot that. These are the three guys who saw me on the cliff earlier, I think. Oh shit. That's not good. Now they definitely all know I'm here. Alright, I don't know how many bullets I actually have. Oh, fuck! I was going to try to shoot that out of the air, and I did not. Okay. That guy's head exploded, and he's still walking. That is some cool shit. That's the kind of shit that's memorable about this game. Those little touches. Like, oh my god, his fucking head exploded, and he's still coming to... I have no bullets. I have fucked up. We're just gonna knife everybody. Ah! Get off me! I'm starting to feel like this run might already be a wash. I don't need that money. Oh, get the fuck off me! I'm probably gonna die and have to do this over. This is getting ridiculous. Oh god, they're everywhere! No! I'm gonna die. I'm so stupid. Let me... Oh, I can't go back. Okay. Alright, this is... Oh, okay, I died. I definitely died. Alright, we're gonna play more carefully this time. So, I guess I'll make this first episode longer, because I'm gonna release it on Halloween as a Halloween special. Mostly because I only thought of it today. Because I went on Steam, it was on sale for Halloween, and I thought, oh, I can make a Halloween. It would be silly to start releasing this game because of the fact that Victor's not here. The day after Halloween, and then do like 6 random days of Resident Evil 4 immediately after the time when it would have been super relevant. Alright, I don't know how to fucking sneak around without them finding me. Ugh. I don't think my bullets do as much damage from this distance. That's what I'm concerned is happening here. No? Okay, holy shit. Where the fuck do these guys... It's always just slightly, like, right outside my peripheral vision where I'm not looking is where the last guy is. Alright, you motherfuckers. Okay, his head exploded. Oh! Once again! Alright, alright. This is ridiculous. I know I'm bad at video games, and I'm especially bad at video games and talking at the same time, but this is a bit much. I'm gonna find a ladder. Let's just use that. I know there's a ladder around here somewhere, and I can get on a rooftop. It'll be a lot easier to funnel them up to the roof. But I don't remember which fucking house has the ladder, because it's been a while. This is a cool looking little town. I like how there's so many overpasses and underpasses. It's densely crafted. There's a lot of imagination here. This is the kind of thing that I appreciate the most in a... Oh.
Why are these people?
I guess I found a good spot to hole myself up. Oh, fuck.
Chainsaw.
Now I'm wondering if I really fucked up by activating the chainsaw guys before I had taken out many of the villagers. Well, shit. Alright, let's get upstairs. Ooh. Hell yeah, I want the fucking shotgun. Okay, let's... Oh, I didn't mean to jump. Okay, whatever. I'm on the roof now. Alright. Good enough. Okay. I wanted to take down... Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Knock out their ladders. Alright, get the fuck... Ah! Get the fuck away from me. You can also shoot him in the leg and make him fall down like dum-dums. Jesus Christ, my aim. Well, I was trying to kick that guy because it gave me a kick prompt, but I fucked up. Oh, that was the chainsaw guy. Alright, first... Let's see if I can immediately, after exiting, shoot this chainsaw guy in the face. Yeah! Oh my god, that was awesome. Yeah, fuck off! Yes. This is how this was meant to be done, clearly. Jesus, chainsaw dude, come on, man. I shot you twice with a shotgun. Oh, I'm out. Shit. Nope. Okay, I was hoping I could, like, reload from the menu somehow. Alright. No! 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 Oh. Yes, please. Oh, fuck! Okay, okay. This is getting tense. This is getting real fucking tense. Tense! Is he dead? Is he dead? Tell me he's dead. Yes, he's fucking dead. Holy shit. What was that guy fucking made out of? Oh, I guess I did it. I activated the next scene. See, that wasn't too awful, right? What I did up there with the shotgun was fucking awesome. And, like, there's so many ways I could have gone about this whole scene. Like, it's only a 10-minute portion of the game, basically, but, like, you could do it 100 different ways. And they would all be interesting and valid, and most of them would probably be better than what I did. It was so cool, though. Oh, man. This is a sweet game. I think Leon's a pretty cool guy. Now I'm just gonna ransack all the houses in the area, now that all the guys are gone, see if I can find some shit. Let's look at this. Many small insects are feasting on leftovers. I don't think they can still be considered leftovers at this point. You know, I have to wonder though, like, did the infection just happen while those people were eating dinner and they didn't have time to, like, clean up their plates or something? Alright. How do I just have to knife this? Give me that grenade. Grenada! Hell yeah, I want some shotgun shells. Shit, I am getting fucking stacked up. Alright. let's equip this and reload it. I guess I can't have, like, I guess there's no item wheel. I guess I always go into the menu to equip stuff. Refamiliarizing myself. I think I played through this game in... It was 2010 at the latest, maybe earlier. It was, I did a full review of it on my blog, which is one of my, my quote-unquote unbiased reviews, which is a joke title. Because there's this, ooh, a cow. There's this anime blogger named Bakaraptor, who I am friends with, who well, I guess he still does, but he doesn't really do a lot of blogging anymore, but he used to do these things called unbiased reviews, where he would pick, 5 things, it was always like 5 things that rocked, 5 things that sucked, and 5 things that I was indifferent about, and he would, you know, just condense his opinions into those categories, which is a really cool way of doing a review, because I think that the trap that a lot of reviewers fall into is that they try to talk about everything when they talk about a work, and not everything about a work is interesting. So instead, it's better if you can just condense the interesting parts and just talk about those. So, like, you know, when you do 5, which for me, the unbiased review, like, which is a joke title when I do it. I don't know how seriously Bakaraptor was taking it. I feel like he probably took it a lot more seriously because he considers his opinion to be unbiased, like half-jokingly. But for me, the title Unbiased Review is just to pay homage to his reviews. But, like, that style of 5 things I love, 5 things I hate, 5 things I'm indifferent towards is perfect for video games, because video games are so dense and complex, and there's so much shit going on that trying to, like, cover every aspect is a pain. So it's better to just pick the stuff that, like, really sticks out. Like, 5 things that I thought were totally dumb and pissed me off, 5 things that were super rad, and then 5 things that were just kind of like, here's facets of the game that that could have been done better or worse, I guess. In this game, like, for instance, of my 5 things that that sucked, one's fucking Baby Napoleon is like one of the central villains. Stupid. What's some other stuff that sucks about this game? Kind of sucks that you spend so much of the game in the castle. I guess that's just because I expected, like, I liked the village setting more, because this game basically takes place in 3 parts. The first part is the village, which is where we are now, which is probably like a good 5 or 6 hours, and it's really creepy and unsettling, and and feels more open. And then you end up in a castle for like 10 hours, which is a lot less creepy and a lot less open. It has more like rooms where there's like a specific challenge to that room. I guess it's more gamey, more arcadey than this is, where this feels more like open and free roaming, and like you're making your own way through as best you understand the situation, if that makes sense. And then lastly, it goes to the island, and it just turns into like this crazy firefight thing. Oh, another of the 5 things that sucks. The fucking quick time events during cutscenes. That's the worst idea in this fucking game. I don't know what they were thinking with that. But most of this game's pretty awesome. Of course, I'm prattling on like this, but man, it stinks. There's plenty of good reviews of this game out there. Although I'm struggling to think if there's any like comprehensive analysis. Well, I alerted the guys by trying to fucking get that pendant like an idiot. Oh man. Come here, old guy. Why is my aim so shitty? Alright, so they take 5 shots to kill if you have shit aim. If you get him in the head, it should only take 1 or 2. But it's like, it's kind of like a sweet spot. Like, you can't just shoot them in the head. You have to, like, really get the right fucking spot. Also, lots of secret shit in this game. I like that, too. Anyway, a good like lengthy review that talks about a lot of stuff is by the Happy Video Game Nerd, Low Fat Jello. I haven't seen it in like years, nor any of his videos in years. I don't even know if he still does video game reviews, but I know he was a really big fan of Resident Evil 4. Oh, fuck yeah! God damn, that is satisfying. Let's go up here. Let's see what's going on. Anybody fucking up here? It seems like a fuck spot. Anybody else get that sense when you see these? I've never like... I don't think I've ever been in a barn that actually has like a top section like this, but I always imagine this is where you go to fuck. Get off the ladder, you dumbass. Oh. I like their little getting up animations too, because you can shoot them during them, so the better you understand those animations, the more you'll be able to shoot them while they're getting up. With accuracy. The one thing that's driving me crazy is that like using the right stick, like you can look around, but you can't do it while it's not the same as it would be in like a regular third-person shooter that doesn't have horror elements, which is, I mean, good. It's probably better that the control scheme is like this for this game, but because it leads to those moments where dudes fucking keep coming out of my peripheral and fucking me up, which is how it should be. I should be looking around more and playing more safely instead of looking in one direction as I have been. But I'm used to games where I can constantly be changing my perspective with the right stick and looking out around me and knowing where the enemy is. So when people say that this game had like less restrictive movement than the earlier Resident Evils, I mean, they're right, but it still does do a lot with movement to freak you out because enemies can come from behind and like completely fuck with you. Whereas in old Resident Evils, you know, the tank controls make you more helpless, but you can totally see where all the enemies are in relation to you a lot of the time. Whereas in this game, the horror comes from not knowing what the fuck is behind you or to your side when you're concentrating on one enemy or one direction. You really gotta look around, get a feel for the area. And there you go. I feel like me saying that just now felt like I contributed something new to the conversation about this game. I don't know if that's true. That's probably been said by somebody, but I don't think I've heard that point before. At least not phrased that way. What an exciting journey we're all on. Me and my monotone voice by myself, playing Resident Evil 4 and trying my damnedest to talk and not be completely worthless at the game at the same time. Let's go back up there. I see another blue spindly thing. Yeah, right there in the barn. I don't remember what I get for breaking all these. That chicken scared the shit out of me for a second. Line up my sights. Yeah! Alright, I don't think I went over there. I'm definitely going to go back and save. I am a save whore. I cannot stand having to replay stuff in video games. I'm sure you guys are probably aware of that because I bitch about dying in games all the time because I just hate having to do the same stuff over again. 7 in the farm, 8 in the cemetery. Destroy 10 or more and you get rewarded. The rest is illegible. Alright, so I gotta break at least 10 of those blue things. I think there was probably maybe some in the last area, or is that not considered the farm? I don't know how much is considered the farm. So alright, I'll start bringing up some topics. Part of the reason I wanted to do this is that in the time that me and Victor did not record another fucking Digi Bros, I kept coming up with things like to talk about, but we just weren't recording for like a long time because Victor kept finding himself busy and stuff like that. And then we were hoping to record before he left, but we didn't have time. He was working on stuff for school. So I watched some movies that I wanted to talk about. I was thinking we'd introduce a sort of culture corner on our show. One of the movies I watched is called 7 Psychopaths. It was kind of interesting. It was from the same director and writer who made the film In Bruges, which if you've never heard of is like a dark comedy noir gangster movie that's really fucking good, and I really like it. And knowing that made me curious about Seven Psychopaths. And I think what got me to watch the movie is I was listening to Tom Waits, the musician, and I randomly went onto Wikipedia to read about him and found out that he had been in that movie. He's like a minor character, and I was like, huh, Tom Waits is in it. I'm just going to watch it right now. So I did. And it was interesting because it's a very meta film. Like, it's about a guy writing a film called Seven Psychopaths, or at least one of the characters. That's, who one of the characters is, but it's a gangster movie with an ensemble cast. And it's very much in the vein of a it's in the vein of a Guy Ritchie or Quentin Tarantino film. Like all their, films about a bunch of gangsters doing gangster stuff, being like dumbasses. Everyone's got their own goals. It's an ensemble cast, all like great actors, but it's a commentary on the genre. It's basically about how dumb it is to make these like Seven Psychopaths movies, where it's a movie about just like a bunch of crazy people, and how like, crazy people are just unpredictable forces of nature. And it criticizes the way that all those films try to be like cool and hip, when really they're just like madness and they don't actually make any sense. It's a very interesting commentary because that happens to be like a genre that I really like. I'm a huge fan of Guy Ritchie movies. I'm a huge fan of Quentin Tarantino movies. And also I like that concept in video games because there's a bunch of games that sort of follow what I would describe as a Seven Psychopaths formula, though there's often more. A great example, really the perfect example, is No More Heroes, where the whole like concept is that there's the top 10 killers, and each one has their own little story, their own little craziness. Dead Rising's another great example, where there's like all the psychos in the mall that you have to fight. So it's kind of an expansive genre, and this movie is like a loving critique of it. Like it definitely comes from a place of like appreciating what's so cool and fun about psychopath movies, but while also being a commentary and criticism of them. And yeah, the movie kind of makes like very little sense past a certain point. And I totally shot that guy's dynamite and blew him up. That is fucking sweet. Because there's a part in the middle of the movie where the main character guy says, like, all this glorifying of violence, I kind of just want my movie to start off like a gangster movie, and then I want the second half to just be everyone drives out into the desert and talks for the rest of the film. And then that's exactly what happens. Whoa, what happened? I feel like somebody tripped a line trying to get to me. Yeah, they kind of just like, they spend the first half of the whoa, who the fuck is throwing shit at me? Okay, I need to get the fuck out of here. I need to take a step back, heal my fucking wounds, because I don't know what the fuck, I don't know who's throwing that shit. Let's combine this with this and use it. Yeah. Oh, that didn't heal as much as I expected it to. Alrighty. Is it that dude in there? Oh, I can get a beat on him. Yeah! Fuck yeah! This is my favorite thing about third-person shooters. The reason I like playing them so much is that you often can do like such a long line of sight on an enemy, where you can like sit back at the start of an area and just pick people off from a huge distance. And that to me is always satisfying and hilarious. Okay, it is that guy. Dick. Throw another one. I'm gonna shoot it out of his fucking hand. I didn't get him. Did I get him? I think I got him. Nice. That or he moved. That or he's waiting for me like an asshole. Oh, maybe I got him. Cool job. So yeah, anyway, Seven Psychopaths is a pretty cool movie. If you're into those kind of movies, if you like Guy Ritchie and Tarantino, and you like meta movies, meta commentary type stuff, I'd recommend checking it out. Come on. Nope, fall down. Blow up in your hand. Yeah! I am almost out of bullets. This is not good. Hopefully there are some bullets around here somewhere. Yes, awesome. So I guess that's all I really had to say about Seven Psychopaths, which is probably a good thing that I didn't talk about it with Victor because he would have had no input because he didn't watch the movie with me. Not that I had a whole ton to say about it. I spent a lot of the last week or so watching not Hayao Miyazaki, Hideaki Anno's stuff because I did that video on him. It was funny because I just rewatched Katakano recently, which is like it entered my top 10 favorite anime for the time being. It was I expected to love it. I expected that it would probably be one of the best romantic comedies. I didn't expect to quite love it as much as I did, so it was really a pleasant surprise. And it really reaffirmed for me, like, how great of a director Hideaki Anno is. Because, like, Evangelion does so much crazy shit that, like, no other anime really does. And it just had me, like, what other director has done anything this good? Like, it felt impossible. And then watching Katakano and seeing that, like, it's totally different, but just as good. Like, in terms of how much is done, like, in terms of cinematography and like the feeling of the show to make the visuals reflect the tone and character of what's going on. Not a lot of anime accomplishes it. Like, even like Masaaki Yuasa, like he goes for these big expressive emotions that are very clearly like ping pong. The visuals reflect the emotions extremely, and it's awesome. But Anno does it even in minor scenes. Anno can make, you know, a scene of Shinji sitting on a hillside feel isolated and lonely just by having him, like, you know, putting him really far into the bottom right part of the frame where he takes up very little space in the frame, and around him is all just fog and white, you know, and he's just alone on this mountaintop. And it's a striking image because it speaks to that emotion of, like, why people go out and sit on mountaintops. You're usually feeling pretty introspective and estranged from society and, you know, on your own. And that's exactly what's conveyed in the visual direction of the scene. Here's the Frenchman. I think he's French or Spaniard. I don't know. He's a cool guy. Oh, I finished the chapter. Sweet. My hit ratio is not nearly as bad as you would think it would have been. I mean, certainly it's not the best headshot ratio if they had counted that. I actually did it. I guess that's the end of this episode of Digi Plays Resident Evil. No, because I was in the middle of talking about Hideaki Anno. Well, not really. He's a great director. I watched the rest of his stuff. I did a video about him. What a cool guy. Next time, shorter episode. Hope you enjoyed this Halloween special of me, like, really incoherently rambling. This is what it's going to be for the next few days while Victor's out of town. Apologies?